Hi everyone, welcome to All in Art. Today I'm going to do a demo on how to paint grasses. This is simple and easy and fun, and we're going to use things that you'd have about the house in case you don't have any art materials at home at the moment. We're going to use a wax candle to make marks, or if you haven't got a big candle you can use a little night light. You can also experiment with things like soap, and the green colouring I've mixed here is not actually paint, it's green food colouring for decorating cakes. So if you don't have paints at home, if you have a green pen, a green pencil, food colouring, you can use any of these. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw the grasses with the wax candle. So just be very loose and free. Think about grasses like seagrasses coming up from the ground, from the beach, from the sand dunes, and maybe slightly curved in the wind. Now you can't actually see anything on the page, but there are marks going on with the wax, and this is called actually wax resist technique. So now I'm going to use some of my little food colouring here, which is just happened to have a lovely dark green colour, and I'm using a little cooking brush. I think it's for cleaning a coffee machine. So you can see where the wax has actually marked the paper, the water doesn't soak in with the green colour, so you get this lovely effect. This is watercolour paper, but you could use a wallpaper lining or the back of wallpaper, or a nice soft notebook paper. Shiny paper isn't as effective with this. Now I'm using the back of the brush because I have a lot of blobby bits down here at the end. So if you use the back of the brush, just very quickly scrape up all that excess liquid. You can also try a little bit of our salt, which is over here, just for down here to get some nice texture. Now you could also use a little bit of green paint if you have any, or some crayon. So there's still a little bit of makeup on this makeup brush that I'm using. So I've got nice brown eyeshadow mixed with the green paint. You could also use your little spray bottle with water up here. So I don't really like this bit here with the brown, so I'm going to loosen that up, scrape into it, move it around. Don't be afraid to try everything. The trick is also to have a lot of paper, so move on quickly and try something else. So the most effective thing I think here was the food colouring with the wax resist and the salt. I also have some yellow chalk here. You could try white chalk if you have anything like that. So you might want to get some lighter dried grasses. You can dip this into the liquid as well. It helps make the colour more intense. And there we have simple, easy techniques to use to make grasses. I'll put up some samples of other ways to do this. The little night light. I have a little white piece of paper area left over here. Just going to scrape long strokes, and if you think about the way grass grows upwards, if you start at the bottom and move upwards, and I'm going to spray this now so it'll be slightly different. The water will be on the page before we apply some colour. Now I'm back to our lovely turmeric that we used. Now this is actually set a little bit, so there's still some green on the brush, so you get a lovely mixture of colours. And then I'll add a little bit of the food colouring in to give different tones in the grasses. And this was working with the paper wet. So I'm going to use the back of the brush now again to move the colours around. So have fun at home, experiment. You can post whatever you do up on the page and I'll share. And please feel free to share on Facebook with anybody you know that's cocooning, anybody with small children, people who always wanted to try art and never got round to it. So this is All In Art. I'm Barbara O'Mara, artist. Thank you for joining me. Until next time.